So Dyson is kind of like the Apple of like vacuums and like house equipment. I mean, their vacuum like the V10 is 600 bucks. Like that's as much as like a Pixel 9a or an iPhone 16e, which is just like insane, but why is it so expensive? Let's talk about the V10 because that's the one I own. Now, it is a good vacuum and it picks up things well both on like carpet and like hard floor. Though I did have some trouble picking up like some crumbs because they were on crumbs that were like on like a rubber loop carpet, and rubber loop carpets basically they just cause crumbs to really fall really deep into the carpet, and I had trouble picking it up. I mean, it still picked up most of the crumbs, but it just left a couple ones that it just couldn't pick up. But on normal like fabric carpets, it'll do fine. Now, this is kind of a loud vacuum, especially on its max setting, the boost. It reaches like 80 something decibels. It's really loud, and I'm gonna get more into the boost setting and why I would never put it on the boost setting later. But on the lowest setting though, it's as loud as like an average vacuum. Also, small nitpick, but the vacuum can't stand up on its own. Now that sounds like a small inconvenience. I mean, sure, like I'll just like lean it up against the wall, but I know vacuums that are like so much cheaper than this, and they can stand up on their own. So I mean, it's $600. It should be able to stand up on its own. Now the V10 absolutely does come with like a lot of accessories, and that's honestly really useful, especially the flexi crevice tool because it's easy because it makes it easy to get up into like high areas. It takes a good second to like fill up like the whole tank before you like have to empty it into a trash can and stuff. But then the battery life. So the battery life is my main problem with it. And so on the lowest setting, it will get you maybe around an hour, that's decent battery life because it's wireless. And I mean, that'll take you like a few rounds because you're never going to be vacuuming for like an hour straight. But on the max setting, the boost, as I was talking about before, it should get you around 6 minutes of battery life. And that is just absolutely insane. Like I paid 600 bucks for this. I should get more than 6 minutes of battery life on the max setting. And that's honestly why I would just never put it on the max setting. It's really loud and it's only around 6 minutes of battery life. So I would never recommend putting it on the max setting. Okay, but besides the V10, why is Dyson itself so expensive? Well, one reason is they have to design specific components like filters and nylon bristles, which basically just like reduces static and tangling. And they have to design it specifically for their different products. They also use a lot of recycled plastic in their materials, but I mean, at the end of the day, it is just plastic. Also, a lot of money gets poured into like research and development. Just like with their headphones, I know they spent like a lot of time designing those headphones, even though they still turned out kind of bad. For instance, with their products like the supersonic hairdresser, they spent years and millions of dollars in testing just to get like the breakthroughs that they did. For instance, it measures air, I'm pretty sure 40 times every second to prevent like heat burns or something. I think all that is side reasons why it's so expensive. I think the main one is just marketing. So as I said before, it's like the Apple of like home appliance and vacuums and stuff. So they have to price themselves higher to make themselves seem like a more luxurious company. For instance, an iPhone 17 costs $400 to $500 to make, and they sell it at 800 bucks. So they're making double, if not like a little more, when they actually sell it. And Apple doesn't need those crazy margins, and neither does Dyson. It's all for marketing. And so Apple needs to have high prices to keep their high-end like picture in people's heads, and that's the same thing Dyson needs. It needs to keep its luxurious image in people's minds. That's usually why it's priced so high. It's to keep that luxurious status. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.